Have you ever wondered what separates the people who rise from the people who stay stuck? Why do some break through every wall while others stop at the first obstacle? What if the answer isn't talent, luck, or opportunity? What if it's something else? This is the story of someone just like you, someone who started with nothing but a dream, no special advantage, no powerful connections, just a burning desire to become more. Once upon a time in a village, there was a young man who had a dream. He wanted to become a great warrior, the greatest warrior the world has ever seen. But he wasn't just any ordinary person, he was an outcast. People looked down on him. They thought he was stupid, weak, and pathetic, so no one took him seriously. No one believed in him, except him. But every day he trained and worked hard towards his goal. He never let the negative comments of others get him down. He knew that if he didn't succeed, people would say he failed because he was weak and stupid. But if he did succeed, people would say he only did it because someone helped him, or he got lucky. There was no way he could win, so why try? But still he persisted. You may be like that young man. You have a dream, but no one believes in you. Everyone laughs at you. People may think you are crazy and that your dreams are unrealistic. But if you really want to achieve something, then don't listen to them. Because if you do, you will never succeed, just like that young man from the village. You may not succeed right away, but if you persist, eventually you will reach your destination. In today's story, we will talk about how that young man became the greatest warrior, despite what everyone thought of him. Before we begin, remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to get notified when we upload new videos. Also, we suggest you watch this video to the end, because at the end, there is a bonus message that will change your life forever. That young man's name was Yuto. Yuto dreamed of becoming a great samurai. It all started when he was very little. When he saw a samurai for the first time, he felt admiration. The strength, power, and skill of the samurai fascinated him. At that moment, he decided that he wanted to be just like him. However, when he told his parents about his desire to be a samurai, they laughed at him. His father said, "You? A samurai? Are you kidding me? You are weak, timid, and cowardly. Can't even fight a chicken, let alone become a samurai." Yuito tried to argue, but his parents didn't want to listen. They just kept laughing at him. Yuito was devastated, but he didn't care what his parents or anyone else thought of him. He was going to become a samurai, no matter what. Every day he would sneak out of his house before sunrise and go to the forest where he practiced with a wooden sword. He would jump over logs, run through the trees, and practice his sword skills. He did this every day for hours. Of course, he was no good at it at first, but that didn't matter. He was determined to succeed. Years went by and Yuto grew older. He became a handsome young man, but he was still weak and unathletic. All the other boys in the village made fun of him, called him names like Samurai Yuto and Wooden Sword Boy. But Yuto didn't care. He just kept practicing. One day, a famous samurai master named Musashi came to the village. All the young men in the village wanted to be his student. But Musashi was looking for someone special, someone who had a strong heart and an indomitable will. When Musashi saw Uto practicing in the forest, he was impressed. He had never seen such determination in a young man before. Musashi approached Uto and asked him why he was practicing so hard. Uto replied, "I want to become a samurai, but everyone laughs at me and says I can't do it. But I don't care what they say. I'm going to prove them wrong." Musashi was impressed by Yuto's answer. He said, "You have a strong heart, young man. I will be your teacher." Yuto couldn't believe his ears. Was this real? His dream was coming true. He thanked Musashi and promised to work hard to become a great samurai. From that day on, Yuto trained even harder. He learned sword techniques, how to ride a horse, and how to fight on the battlefield. After 3 years of rigorous training, Yuto was ready to put his skills to the test. He challenged the strongest samurai in the village to a duel. Everyone in the village gathered to watch the battle. They were all rooting against Yuto, thinking it would be a humiliating defeat. But they were wrong. Yuto fought bravely and defeated the strongest samurai in the village. From that day on, no one laughed at Yuto. Everyone respected him. He had finally proved them wrong. Now that everyone believed in him, Yuto continued to train even harder. He wanted to become the greatest samurai, not just the strongest in his village. Several years later, Yuto's name echoed throughout the land. People traveled from far and wide to witness his sword skills. He had become the greatest samurai they had ever seen. One day, a messenger arrived from the emperor. He invited Yuto to the capital to become the emperor's samurai. Uto knew this was his greatest challenge yet, but he accepted. He knew that if he didn't try, he would regret it for the rest of his life. In the capital, Yuto trained with the best samurai. He learned new techniques and honed his skills. He faced many challenges, but he never gave up. He knew that if he failed, not only would he disappoint himself, but also the villagers who believed in him. Finally, the day of the big battle arrived. Yuto and his fellow samurai stood ready to face their enemies. The battle was fierce and lasted for hours. Swords clashed, armor was torn, and blood flowed like water. But through it all, Yuto remained calm and focused. He fought with the skills and techniques he had learned from Master Musashi. Uto and his fellow samurai emerged victorious. They had defended the emperor and the kingdom. From that day on, Yuto's name echoed throughout the empire. He had become a legendary samurai. Years passed and Yuto's legend grew. He had proven that even a foolish, weak, unathletic village boy could become the greatest samurai if he had a dream and the will to pursue it. The story of Yuto teaches us that no matter how difficult the journey is, if we have a dream, we should never give up. Even if everyone laughs at us and says we can't do it, we should keep trying. We should not listen to those who say we are weak or stupid. Rather, we should use their words as fuel to make us stronger and more determined. If we are persistent and don't give up, eventually we will reach our destination. You may be facing difficulties in your life right now, but don't worry, this too shall pass. Keep moving forward and don't give up on your dreams. You may not succeed right away, but if you keep trying, eventually you will reach your goal. Also remember that success doesn't come easy. If you want to achieve something great, you must be willing to work hard and make sacrifices. Don't be afraid to take risks. And don't listen to those who tell you that your dreams are too big or too impossible. With hard work, dedication, and a positive attitude, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. You might think that Yuto was lucky that a famous samurai master chose him to be his student, but that's not true. Uto had to work hard to catch Musashi's attention. He wasn't chosen just because of his dream or his desire to become a samurai. He was chosen because of his determination, his courage, and his willingness to learn. Uto was chosen because he was different from the other young men in the village. He wasn't the strongest or the most athletic, but he had something that the others didn't, an indomitable will. So don't think that success comes easily or that it's based on luck. Success is earned through hard work, dedication, and perseverance. And remember that you are not defined by what others think of you. You are defined by your own actions and your own beliefs. Don't let others hold you back from pursuing your dreams. Let them laugh and make fun of you. Use their negativity as fuel to make you stronger and more successful. If you like this story, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.